In the name of what? Freedom, liberty, and all the other empty rhetoric. Same is true in Venezuela right now. They got a democratic government. They had a coup. The United States support the coup. Well, I thought you was pro-democracy. No, you're only pro-democracy when it promotes your interests.
If there was ever time for honest dialogue about global empowerment,
Today's class will be dealing with ghetto physics in a broader sense.
the time is now.
Cocaine business controls America. Ganja business controls America. KRS-One comes to start some hysteria. Illegal business controls America.
See, in physics, the conversation is about electrons, neutrons, protons, and the forces or relationship between them. Whereas in ghetto physics, our protons and neutrons are the basic personality archetypes. Now, what is an archetype?
Term what?
Archetype?
Archetype?
Archetype.
No, I've never heard of archetype.
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 I never heard of the term archetype.
Archetypes are the most basic roles that human personalities fall into. Saints, heroes, visionaries, victims. These roles are deeply ingrained in the psyche, so that all of our behavior is a combination in some form or another of these mythical personality types.
Author, visionary, and hip-hop griot E. Raymond Brown boldly filters the game of life using his own brand of metaphysics, designed to break down the business world and domination into terms that we all can understand.
So we deconstruct the complexity of the modern world, and we're able to see the game.
The most basic game is that we will identify a third world country that has resources our corporations covet, like oil, and then arrange a huge loan for that country from the World Bank. But the money never actually goes to the country. Instead, it goes to our own corporations to build big infrastructure projects, power plants, industrial parks, highways, things that benefit a few rich families in that country, as well as our corporation.
It's called ghetto physics. E-Ray, along with the help from some of the most advanced minds on the planet, uses the analogy of the oldest profession to illustrate and expose a long history of global manipulation.
Who's really, being pimped and playing the whole role.
While the subject matter may be harsh for some, the film is about the structure of power and the dynamics of power as they are played out in every corner of our society.
Those same scenarios you came across in street life and death are the same scenarios you come across in corporations. In business, it's the same attitude. It might not be a dude with a gat, but he's still out to get you.
The film enlists personalities like hip-hop legend and self-proclaimed metaphysicist KRS-One, who has long entertained hip-hop fans and the masses with compelling and thought-provoking work that rock crowds and spark controversy.
The pimp game made look like, ooh, I would never sell my body. But just before you got married, you had to make sure he had a bank account. I would never pimp myself, prostitute myself. I am above that. And Monday morning, your resume goes right out, hoping that your game gets you pimped.
The film also taps into the minds of politicians, activists, artists, and even Emmy Award-winning television legend Norman Lear, who is responsible for television's race relations dialogue with groundbreaking shows like All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Good Times, Maude, and the unforgettable Sanford and Son.
Know how they make these things look old? See, they take them and beat them with a chain. And then they bury them in the ground so that the worms can gnaw at them. And then they dig them up and leave them in the rain for 3 or 4 days. Then they take it down to auction, and the man says, sold to the dummy with the black mustache.
The street always takes the most complex situation and distills it and has a way of mainlining it. So I hear when you quote the street, what in 7 words, what it took me 70 words, and the rest of the culture to express.
Let's unite, let's don't fight, and let's get the money right.
Nothing will happen unless you can even look at the fact that I am playing the victim role. And I really want to change that. And you can stop and see how it's affecting your life by being in that role. Has it evolved your life? Not really.
Ghetto Physics sets out to arm you with the information necessary to compete at a higher level.